Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today we'll explore the fundamental distinction in linguistics, language acquisition versus language learning. At first glance, they appear to be the same, but they are very different neuropsychological processes. As linguists like Cremina point out, language acquisition is a subconscious process, very similar to how we acquire our first language. It's natural and doesn't require explicit teaching. In contrast, language learning is a conscious process, a product of formal instruction where we study grammar and vocabulary. As an image indicates, they are processed in different areas of the brain. This is the core difference we'll be discussing. Jimena, why don't you start with the first example of acquisition?
With pleasure, Aaron. Let's talk about our first language, L1. First language, L1. The mother tongue, or L1. Our mother tongue is acquired, not learning, as defined by linguistics like Bloomfield. It's the language we are exposed to from birth. We then to should call it critical period. During this time, our innate ability for language, sometimes called select language acquisition device, is at its peak. We don't need parents to explain grammar. We the tools the rule through constant and meaningful communication. This process is deeply tied to the word personal and cultural identity.
That's a crucial point, Jimena. That effortless innate process is very different from what happens when we approach a second language. Exactly, an L2 or target language can be learned through formal instruction or acquired through immersion. The study of this is called second language acquisition, or SLA. To quote Saville and Stroik, SLA refers to the study of individual learning a language after the first one is established. This process involves three key steps mentioned in our presentation: exposure to the language, intake, where we process and internalize new structures, and finally integration into our own linguistic system.
Okay, thank you. And the process of integration is random. It happens in the predictable stage. Please, okay, that's right. This stage were famously outlined by the static racing and Tracy early in their natural approach theory. The journey begins with the stage one, pre-production, also known as the silent period, where learners absorb language but may not speak, and then comes stage two, early production with one or two words phase. In the stage three, speech emergency, we can see simple sentence. Stage four, intermediate fluency, brings more complex sentence, and finally, stage five, advanced fluency. I'm so sorry, which can take over 5 years, leads to near native proficiency. It's essential to understand each student progress and their own pace.
Thank you, Alison. And understanding that progression is the key for effective teaching, this brings us to educational implication. So, what's the takeaway? First, tailored instruction. We must adapt our teaching to the learn specific stage. Second, we must create immersive environments that foster natural communication, promoting acquisition alongside learning. Finally, it's called for cognitive entrainment. This means using challenging tasks that fall within what the theorists call it the zone of proximal development. Thank you.
A perfect conclusion, Grace. So, to recap, language acquisition is the natural subconscious path of our language one, driven by innate abilities. Language learning is the conscious, structured effort of mastering a language too. Understanding this difference, the stages of second language acquisition by correction and Terrell, and the educational principles from thinkers like Vygotsky is essential for any language learner or teacher. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Thank you.